What if the first robot was not made in the high-tech labs of Silicon Valley? What if 800 years ago, one man was already building machines that could move on their own? A man so far ahead of his time that modern robotics still trace their roots to his creations. How did he design automated machines in an age without electricity, computers, or even artificial intelligence? Who was this forgotten father of robotics? And why do not we hear his name together with Elon Musk or Boston Dynamics? Welcome to Time Decoded, the place where the secrets of the history come alive. 8 centuries ago, the world was in the middle of the Islamic Golden Age. It was a time when scholars in Baghdad, Damascus, and Cairo debated science, mathematics, and philosophy under the same sky. While much of Europe was still emerging from the shadows of the Dark Ages, the Islamic world was translating Greek texts, preserving Roman knowledge, and adding discoveries of their own. From algebra to astronomy, from physics to medicine, this was an age of brilliance. And in the city of Diyarbakir, in modern-day Turkey, there lived a man who carried this brilliance into an entirely new frontier. His name was Al-Jazari. He was a scholar and a visionary engineer whose machines would echo across centuries. In the year 1206, he wrote a book, the Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices. It was not just a collection of ideas, it was a manual of machines. He did not just sketch ideas, he created blueprints and detailed designs of more than 100 inventions. Machines that pumped water, measured time, and even machines that seemed to come alive. Water clocks shaped like elephants and castles. Gears and cranks that could move with astonishing precision. Mechanical servants that poured drinks, and musicians that played their own instruments. Most inventors of his era built simple tools, but Al-Jazari's vision was different. His machines did not just work, they performed and imitated life itself. When we open Al-Jazari's book, it does not feel like the 13th century. It feels like a blueprint stolen from the future. Among his most famous creations, there was the mechanical peacock. Not just a decoration piece, but a machine that moved as if it were alive. Its wings could flap, its head bowed gracefully, and its body shimmered with hidden mechanical magic. Then came his musical automata, a robot band. 4 mechanical figures, each programmed with pegs and levers, striking drums and playing flutes. The rhythm could be changed by moving the pegs, like the way we program machines today. But his most astonishing invention may have been the drink-serving boat, a wooden automaton that glided across a royal pool, poured wine into the cups of waiting guests, and returned to its place, without a single touch. And yet the most haunting part is this. How could Al-Jazari bring lifeless wood and metal to life? The answer was not electricity, or not even engine. It was water. Flowing water powered wheels, wheels drove gears, and gears moved levers and cams that created lifelike motion. In his time, most machines were simple, built for simple tasks. They lifted loads, pulled weights, and ground grain. But Al-Jazari did not stop there. He discovered that if you connected gears in precise ways, you could program movement itself. Take his musical automata. Each drummer played in rhythm, because small pegs on a rotating drum controlled their movements. Shift one peg just a little, and the beat changed. That's the same idea behind early computer punch cards, and even the coding loops that run modern machines today. 8 centuries before programming even existed, Al-Jazari was already coding, not with software, but with wood and bronze. And then there was the elephant clock. Perhaps his grandest creation was a towering water-powered clock, an elephant carrying a castle on its back. At its heart, there was a hidden orchestra of gears, levers, and rolling balls, all moving in perfect harmony. Every piece worked with flawless precision, keeping time alive, as if the machine itself were breathing. Or look at his water clocks. They were more than tools for measuring time. By carefully controlling how water flowed through hidden chambers, Al-Jazari could track the passing hours with remarkable precision. But for him, accuracy was not enough. He made the clock spectacular, with peacocks, dragons, and servants moving in harmony as time passed. And then came a discovery that would change engineering forever, the crankshaft. Historians often call it one of his greatest contributions. A simple rod that converts circular motion into linear motion, the very principle used in car engines, factory machines, and pistons today. Al-Jazari described it in 1206, centuries before it powered the Industrial Revolution. For him, a flowing stream of water was not just water. It was energy waiting to be transformed. And with that energy, he made machines that could move, sing, and even serve drinks. But the question is still waiting to be decoded. How did a man from 8 centuries ago build machines that look like they were born in our own age? Let's explore the theories and see how deep this mystery really goes. Some historians believe Al-Jazari's famous creations may not have been true robots at all. According to this view, the machines were nothing more than clever tricks designed to entertain kings and their guests. They may have looked alive, but hidden out of sight, workers could have been pulling levers, turning wheels, and creating the illusion of motion. In this view, Al-Jazari was less of an engineer of robots and more of a genius entertainer, a man who combined art, mechanics, and illusion to impress kings and amaze guests. His machines were not built to change the world. They were built to dazzle an audience. But here's the puzzle. If it was only for show, then why do his diagrams show working gears, cams, and water systems that actually make sense even today? Others believe Al-Jazari was not creating these ideas out of thin air, but rediscovering knowledge that was already ancient in his time. The automata of Hero of Alexandria in Greece, water clocks from ancient Babylon, and irrigation systems in India all hint at a shared stream of mechanical wisdom. Al-Jazari may have been the one who gathered these scattered fragments of ancient knowledge and rebuilt them into something far greater. His book could be seen as a bridge, connecting the past with the future. Not an isolated spark, but a torch lit from forgotten fires. As Isaac Newton once said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." Maybe Al-Jazari was standing on the shoulders of civilizations long vanished, carrying forward ideas that might otherwise have been lost forever. Some historians suggest his machines were simply too advanced for their age. Imagine an industrial revolution happening in the 13th century. Steam engines, gears, and robotics changing history 500 years early. But knowledge can be dangerous. Maybe the rulers were afraid of what his machines could do. Maybe they were afraid that power might slip from their hands. Or maybe the world would change too quickly. So his work was hidden, silenced, and slowly forgotten. What if humanity lost centuries of progress, not because we lacked genius, but because that genius was buried? Long after Al-Jazari's death, his book continued to travel across cultures. It was not just preserved in the Islamic world. It was copied, translated, and eventually studied by European engineers during the Renaissance. The Renaissance is often called the rebirth of science, but maybe part of that rebirth came from the knowledge Al-Jazari kept alive. Without his careful diagrams, modern mechanics might have been delayed by centuries. Think about it. Factory robots, clock towers, automata, even the gears inside your wristwatch. All of them trace their DNA back to the pages of a 12th century manuscript. So what do you think? Were Al-Jazari's creations clever toys for royal amusement, or were they the first true robots in history? But one thing is certain, the mystery of Al-Jazari's machines reminds us of a timeless truth. The past is not silent. It whispers through gears, through manuscripts, through forgotten inventions. And maybe, just maybe, the future of robotics is not something new. It's a dream we've been chasing for 1,000 years. And if robots existed 800 years ago, what other secrets are still hiding in the shadows of history? See you in next chapter.